could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
The evolution of Oklahoma City has been apparent to me since the first time I visited, and it hasn't slowed down at all. If anything, it seems like it's speeding up.
You're now seeing so many people do so many interesting things.
There was already a growing community of developers and entrepreneurs and investors and universities that were feeding this pipeline.
I love that there's the accelerator programs in town. I love that people like the Chamber and I2E are putting money towards these things. I think that's really important.
Talent and institutions like I2E and the Chamber that are kind of providing that organizational infrastructure and support to cultivate, the people.
A lot of other founders of companies and startups locally, they're the support network. And so being able to talk to somebody who's already experienced something, it's refreshing, and it's so much more accessible, in my opinion, than if I was one of 5,000 startups within like a 5 square mile area like in San Francisco. It's easier to find the signal through the noise.
For me, it was really different from what I'd seen before in these very, mature, massive startup ecosystems that are kind of, segmented into silos. I think the diversity is a sign of a maturing ecosystem. I think it's a hungry, sort of scrappy crowd, which I think also sort of draws from the legacy of Oklahoma in general.
Entire districts, like the Plaza District, for instance, have been rebuilt. Bricktown has had a ton of investment. Downtown, it's really amazing what's happened in areas like Film Row, for instance, or Automobile Alley. It's really cool to see these different pockets of town growing up with new restaurants, new coffee shops, new stores, and just so much more to do.
Downtown's, one of the hubs, for particularly the tech startup community. But the great thing is I think there's sort of constellations of tech strongholds throughout Oklahoma City. The communities aren't spanning any one particular geography, and I think that's one of the things that makes it strong.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. Step by step, you're on your way. You're welcome to a brighter day. Don't you know it feels good to be alive? You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.